In a world that seems to insist on neat entertainment genres, some singer-songwriters won't be boxed in. Meet Somi, a singer-songwriter born in the Midwestern U.S. to African parents. She is a Harlem jazz singer, an Afro-pop diva, and more. VOA's Adam Phillips has her story.
When Somi plays at hip New York venues like Joe's Pub, the mood can be distinctly African and homegrown American. That's because Somi has roots in both worlds. Somi lives in Harlem, home to one of America's largest African diaspora communities and a rich heritage of jazz and African American arts. Somi was born in the U.S., spent part of her childhood in Zambia, did a post-college stint in East Africa, and later toured the continent with her band. But relatively early in her singing career, she felt somewhat misunderstood on both sides of the Atlantic.
I felt like people wanted me to be either an African artist or a jazz artist or a this artist or a that artist. And I was like, but I'm actually all of those things.
Her life changed in 2011 when she was offered a teaching fellowship in Lagos, Nigeria, a city packed with 20 million people.
I got there and the energy was difficult, was challenging, was inspiring, was hard but beautiful, was tragic but magic.
She kept a journal of her impressions and musical ideas, inspired by Nigeria's huge cultural and financial capital. Her song, Ginger Me Slowly, featured on her upcoming CD, The Lagos Music Salon, dates from that time. In Nigerian slang, to ginger someone means to spice them up, to make them happy. Somi's adventure coincided with Occupy Nigeria, a highly visible grassroots movement fueled by anger over the government's cutting of fuel subsidies. A friend's housekeeper told her she could no longer afford to visit her family in the countryside on her $2 a day wage, which Somi says is the Nigerian average.
You know, she was a widow, she had kids to feed, she had to, figure out how she was going to get to and from the mainland to the island and continue this job, and she was devastated.
The encounter inspired Somi to write a song called $2 Day. Some other new songs also explore difficult, even painful themes like genocide, sex work, female circumcision, and body image.
But also talk about the beauty and also talk about the magic, and also talk about what might inspire both myself and the people around me.
Somi says her time in Lagos feels like a dream to her now. It's a feeling she and her audience might never have known had she not searched out the heart of her Africa and then returned to her Harlem home, deepened and renewed. Adam Phillips, VOA News, New York.